We are joined by MASN insider Steve Melewski, and you've also gotten to have a really good heartbeat as well when it comes to what's been going on with the Orioles minor league staff this year, and they developed something really cool for their players, Steve.
They did. They have a player leadership group. And I mean, it's really a case, Melanie, of the Orioles realizing that sure, you get leadership and guidance from the coaches, but when players help players, it has a lot of meaning. And especially on the farm where you're going to have a minor league guy who's 23 or 24 and another one who's 18. So I think they're really excited to form this group. It includes 10 or 12 guys. Some of the names that are on it include Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Brett Cumberland, Isaac Mattson, and Brian Gonzalez. And they're trying to help, create camaraderie, spread chemistry throughout the entire farm, help the new guys, whether it's something with their baseball or whether it's just knowing how to, make your way around the hotels and around the leagues. They're there to help. So, brings a bigger farm system closer together, kind of a neat thing.
Now, you mentioned Brian Gonzalez there, and he's part of a pretty active draft class for the Orioles. Most of the guys that he was called with are seeing time with the big league club right now. What does that mean to add him to that pool?
I think some people might have been surprised, might have raised some eyebrows on August 7th when Brian Gonzalez was added to the 60-man player pool. But I think when we look closer, there are some players in Bowie, pitchers like D.L. Hall and Adley Rutschman that we think are there mainly for development. We don't expect to see him in the big leagues this year. But Brian Gonzalez could be a different case. He moved to the bullpen last year with some really good results at Bowie. He had been a starter, since he came into the organization, drafted in the third round in 2014. But you look last year, a 209 batting average against. He had a 106 whip. His strikeout to walks was 35-11. He did a really nice thing. A nice job kind of quietly under the radar at Bowie, where most of the focus was on a kind of a star-studded starting rotation. But he was just humming along, doing well. And I think when Richard Blyer got traded and they lost a lefty in the pen, they added one in Bowie, and they could call on him if needed.
Well, when you look at the bullpen situation right now for the Orioles, and certainly some surprises like Cole Sulser stepping up, Rio Ruiz has taken the attention with his show flow right now, but fans are still clamoring for when Hunter Harvey and his mullet will come back. Where do you expect him to make really an impact? Where does Brandon Hyde fit him in with this bullpen?
Brandon will be happy to have the mullet back, but the right arm as well, because this kid, Melanie, was special when he came up last year. And you look at a situation now where starters are throwing so few innings. The Orioles are averaging like 4.3 innings from their starters to rank like 10th and 11th in the league. The bullpen is really needed. So if you can add a quality arm in Hunter Harvey, you got to be thrilled about that. He told reporters yesterday he feels great. Of course, he went on the IL during summer camp with some forearm and elbow discomfort. But this kid was electric when he was in the big leagues last year. It was only 6 1/3 innings, but he fanned 11. He was hitting the high 90s. He had a splitter that was diving off the table. Just showed quality stuff and some poise. He had that big game in Washington when he shut down a big bases loaded jam. So, I think the Orioles are counting the minutes to when they get Hunter Harvey back in their bullpen.
And of course, amongst the kids who are coming up with the Orioles right now, Ryan Mountcastle is already making a splash in his first week up with the big league club, particularly at the plate. What have you got on this kid?
It's been fun to watch. It has been fun to watch. And I see Mountcastle in these first 5 or 6 games, and I see no nerves. I see a lot of poise. I see a kid who feels he belongs. I see a kid who over the years has been confident but not cocky, has really fit in well in the clubhouse. That started in spring training, and he's batting .375 with a .500 on base. And his ability to hit breaking balls so far has been really something. This kid is 4 for 8 hitting breaking pitches, which is a great trend, I think, to see if he can keep that up, because we know he can hit a good fastball. We know he can hit a high-velocity fastball. He's proven that time and time again. Major League breaking balls, he's 4 for 8. His first RBI off a breaking ball. He got a hit last night against a breaking ball. I think it's a great trend for Mountcastle. And so now we wait the first homer, which is coming at some point, too.
Well, Steve, your insight, as always, is appreciated. Thanks so much for joining us today.
You got it.